Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We're documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs, one digital footprint at a time. My new best friend. You are my new best friend.
That's because we
Dr.
sorry.
Dr. Lori Ebert is here, and we're already having a party, man.
We are.
I'm telling you right now, we're having a party right here.
We are.
How you doing, Doc?
I'm fabulous. Nice to meet you.
I got so many questions. I think that 10 to 12 minutes is just not going to be enough to ask you all the incredible questions. I have a question for you.
Okay, you roll it.
Who is the first person who had sex?
Who was the first person
Or
that
animal.
had sex?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
385 million years ago, there was this
Depends
fish.
on what you believe.
Well, I'm a little bit more practical and
Okay,
pragmatic.
a
and
fish.
A fish. And it was, the name of the fish is Dickie, actually. True story. Look it up.
Where did that come from?
Well, you should know. This is.
Well, I don't study fish
Look at
sex.
this. We got a pet dog.
I don't do animal sex. I'm just kidding.
All right. So you're a sex expert.
I
What
am.
makes you a sex expert?
Well,
What gives you the authority? Did you go to school? Did you
because
get a
I
degree?
said
What
so.
happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of it is because I said so, but my background is as a health educator. So my specialty is behavior change, and it's all about health and sexual and wellness. And while I was getting my doctorate, I have a doctorate in health ed, I specialized in sexuality because that seemed to be the need and where I was gifted at talking to people. So that's where I did all my research. I researched
How do you
males.
research then?
Well, that's what I spent like 8 years doing in higher ed.
Having sex?
No, I
That
spend
would
every
be-
day having sex. No, I'm kidding. No, and so that was my background. So I just delved into the research of sexuality, and I specialized in males and male psychology and male sexuality.
When we have sex, the more sex we have, do we want to have more sex?
I would hope so. I mean, if people are having good sex, they want to have more sex.
You want to have more, right? I mean, if you don't have sex for a while, then it's like
It's easy to forget about.
it's easy to forget about it, right? I mean, you can
it
just kind of
is.
do without.
Yeah,
But the more
it
you
is.
have it, the more you want it.
Yeah, and part of what I do, because my company's Sextacular, and so part of what I did is
Sextacular.
Sextacular.
I love that.
Like, I made that up. Sextacular you. And it's about being healthy from the inside out.
Yes.
It's about feeling sexy right where you are, however you are, whether you're in a pair of jeans or you're dressed up. And then it's having great ecstasy in the bedroom. So part of it is I saw that we're in a culture of fast food sex, right? People
What does that
are-
mean? Fast food sex?
People just they're going
bam,
to,
thank you, ma'am.
Wham bam, and they're going to it as a fix. Like, I don't feel good. I'm stressed. I'm doing too much in my life. So part of what Sextacular is about is bringing presence and connection and deep connection with ourselves.
Is
and
that what we
another
want,
person.
though? I mean, is that really what, say, the younger generation want, or that we want? I mean, at my age.
Well, what do you
I-
want when you're intimate and you're in a moment of ecstasy and bliss? Do you want to feel connected and
Let's talk about
bonded?
your lube. This
Right?
portion of Entrepreneurs in Fuego is being brought to you by Silk.
well,
I don't know what we want. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
People
you look
hear-
at a beautiful woman and you're naturally attracted, provided your libido's still there. And yeah, I mean, then you start fantasizing, and then the next thing you know, you're
It's good. That means you're ready to go. But
Yeah.
people are, and I think to be serious, when people ask, "What do you want?" Here's what I see, and all the men and women. I coach men and women. I do my own podcast. I'm out speaking.
Yeah.
What's missing is the connection. People want to feel connected to another human
Do you think
being.
women want the connection and men are like, nah?
No, I actually think men want the connection more.
You think so?
Oh, I know so, because I work with men. That's my specialty, and men
Don't you think that just men want, I'm just going to
Well,
have
hold
sex
on.
for the sake of having sex and just get my
No.
rocks off and bam, I'm satisfied and next?
No,
No?
not at all. Here's the thing. Women, we are in a society where we have other ways to be with other women. We go out, we get dressed up, we get bonded, we have that connection.
Yeah.
Men aren't doing that. Now, I can't speak for the younger millennial generation, so let's say 35 to 65 is really my market and people. Men in that group, they tend to go to their families and their wives, and they lose their male friends. So what happens is the men are hungry for connection, and then because the dynamic gets off between a
Connection with
man
other
and women.
women.
Well, what happens is women have other women to go to. Men don't, because they make their wives and their family everything. And then when that goes off course
Is
in
it
a marriage,
possible- is it
they
possible-
don't get the connection they want.
Is it possible to have female friends for a man?
If you're single or married?
If you're single.
Yeah. I think, well, my experience is with men,
It's
you're
hard,
one
though.
or the other. If you're like a sister, then you're a no. Every other woman's a yes or a maybe.
It's hard though.
Yeah. Well,
Because you're like, okay, you're my friend, but you look hot.
well, that's okay. It's okay to look. But if they're
Yeah,
like a
but-
sister, you can be a friend. If they're not sister, then they're a maybe or a yes.
You say that orgasms will cure wars and
Yeah.
and
I did
is
a
that- is
TED
that true?
Talk. Yeah, I did a TEDx talk earlier this year.
is there scientific evidence? I'm just
it's
kidding.
my
Of course.
theory.
Yeah, of
well,
course, I
yeah,
don't
there's
know.
scientific evidence that
That
orgasms
orgasms-
actually create a higher level of oxytocin in your body. And when we have more oxytocin, which is the feel good,
Yes.
it's that bliss. When
Is the
we
love
have more of that,
chemical, yes.
the World Health Organization is already starting to use oxytocin as a drug, as an actual method to treat psychosis, different disorders, dysfunctions.
You're very beautiful.
So-
I'm just noticing, you just have some beautiful
See,
features.
you're charming.
You're just absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you.
Do people
I
fall in
have a
love
lot
with-
of orgasms.
That is, it's got something is kind of just coming this way,
But that's this. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
and it's very
this-
infectious.
It's the sexiness on the inside because I wasn't always this way. I mean, my story is, I've had a lot of sexual traumas and violations,
Sure.
and I lived a life that was very unhealthy for a long time. I leapt out of my corporate career. I was making 6 figures. I had a big title. I was responsible for colleges across the
dropped all
country. And I left all that to talk about sex and to bring wellness in the world. So part of my journey as an entrepreneur, it's not been easy.
And here I am. I drop everything, and 2 years ago, I dropped everything to talk about entrepreneurship.
Well-
maybe I should pick up on your. I think it'd be more fun.
I think it was a pretty smart, savvy choice because at the end of the day, people are never going to get bored of sex. And I don't know why. People just talk to me about it. And I think that's part of my role as a health educator is I don't judge. I don't care what you do as long as you don't harm children and you have consent and it doesn't involve animals. Outside of that, as long as you stay healthy, it's good. But I have to do the work. So the infectiousness that you see is because I run around like a crazy person, staying healthy and doing what it takes to be sexy from the inside.
What is this?
So this is Sextacular. So this is my podcast. So I'm on iTunes as Sextacular You. So
All right.
this is kind of my little sexiness. And my sponsor's Silk. So, I love Silk and I want to bring the world Silk because this is a natural lubricant and it keeps you healthy and safe. So everything I do is how can we be healthy? In every area of your life, finances, love, business. How do you stay healthy?
Do they make hand creams?
This is like a hand cream. This one's for you. I'm leaving this for you.
How do I stay healthy?
Yeah, how do you stay healthy and sexy doing what you do?
I work out. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I live a very clean lifestyle. I don't have any vices. I work. This is my drug right here.
Yep, this is my drug too. So right here, and being an entrepreneur is hard. It's hard. It's been a hard.
Do entrepreneurs have less sex than people that work for companies? Because we have less time?
I think entrepreneurs, at least where I'm at, is more of a lifestyle. I think I had less sex when I was in corporate because I was stressed to the max.
How many times do you have sex a week?
How many times do you have sex a week?
Does this week count?
Does by yourself count? You think? Look, you're talking to a pro here, my friend.
Well, is it
I think having as much sex as you can and being orgasmic.
less than 10 times?
Well, here's the thing.
Between 10 and 20?
Here's what I want people to think about
Yes.
is you can have orgasmic bliss with an orgasm that is either a sexual orgasm or stuff that causes orgasmic bliss. Do you know that singing karaoke can give you like an orgasmic bliss pleasure? Petting an animal, going for a walk, dancing. There's lots of things. So yes, you can have an orgasm, but what I want people to know about Sextacular is find the orgasmic bliss in everything.
You know what turns me on?
What? What?
High heels.
High heel. Oh, I've got red ones on right here.
Exactly.
Have you ever had sex with a woman in just high heels?
Yeah.
Oh!
Is there any other
The
way?
best kind. It's
Is there any
something I
other way?
recommend. Yeah, so anybody, if you've never done that, just I don't care what your body looks like, put on a sexy pair of shoes. Because as
chair.
a man,
Just a chair. no handles.
There you
The
go.
chair, no handles. High heels.
There you go. Am I the first sex expert you've interviewed?
I think
You
so.
got some naughty in you.
Oh man, you don't. Maybe we should just switch the. Maybe we should
I'll have
switch
to
the
interview
chairs.
you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean, it's work. It takes something to be sexy.
Am I keeping this?
That's for you. I
Oh,
brought
that's
it
for me. You
you.
said that's for me.
I brought it for you. Yeah. It's really good.
All
It's a
right.
good natural moisturizer, but here's what I want people to know about. So thank you for having me. I
my
really
pleasure.
do appreciate it, because I do believe that in what you do every day, all day, and what I do, that if people find the orgasmic bliss in anything, that we will have more world peace. And isn't that what we all want?
With that, we are orgasmically out.